Hello, my friends. I'm so happy you're here today. We're going to be reading a book called In the Swamp by the Light of the Moon by Fran Preston Gannon. Before we get started, we're going to take a picture walk through this book to see if we can decide what we think it's about before reading it. In the Swamp by the Light of the Moon. Here we see an animal who might be a main character in this book. Who do you see? This page shows us where the story is taking place. What would you call this place? Some interesting shapes here and different types of nature. I see some lily pads. Do you? Ooh, here's another animal. What do we call them? He looks like he has an instrument. What musical instrument does the new animal have? It looks like the two animals are friends. Maybe they're doing something together. There's a lot to see in this picture. Wow, it looks like everyone's together. I wonder what they're doing. Oh my goodness, look at all these new friends. I wonder what their part is in this story. Everyone seems to be working together. Can you predict what you think they're doing all together? Wow, now we've moved up into the sky. Is this a night sky? What can you see in this image that lets you know it's nighttime? Here's one more new friend. I wonder if they're talking and what they're talking about. Wow, this new friend can shine really bright. Now it looks like everyone is together. This is the end of the book. I'm wondering what the ending could be about. Now that we've taken our picture walk, let's read this together. Stay tuned and we'll do a craft afterwards.
A little frog sat in the nighttime air in the swamp by the light of the moon. He sat all alone in the little green pond, singing his little frog tune. But all by himself, his voice was so quiet, so he stopped and he let out a sigh. Oh, singing alone is not much fun, what a lonely froggy I am. So he hopped and he jumped over lily pad leaves and into the blue of the night to find someone else to join his song to make it sound just right. He found a friendly crocodile who was drumming and humming in time. My friend, he called, will you sing with me? Will you add your song to mine? So the crocodile hummed and beat his drum while the little frog sang his tune. But something was wrong as they both sang along in the swamp by the light of the moon. They found some mice on a falling log who were playing a miniature gong. Into the night they sang la dee da, and the frog called, please sing along. So the mice sang la to the brightest star, the crocodile hummed and beat his drum, while the little frog sang his tune. But something was wrong as they all sang along in the swamp by the light of the moon. Down in the murky depths of the pond, the fish sang ooh, ooh, ooh. So the frog blew a kiss to those little fish, and they added their voice to the flow. The fish sang ooh in the pond below. The mice sang la to the brightest star. The crocodile hummed and beat his drum, while the little frog sang his tune. But something was wrong as they all sung along in the swamp by the light of the moon. Some birds flew down from high above when they heard the hullabaloo. We love the song you're singing, and we want to join in too. So the birds sang coo, and the noise just grew. The fish sang ooh in the pond below. The mice sang la to the brightest star. The crocodile hummed and beat his drum, while the little frog sang his tune. But something was wrong as they all sung along in the swamp by the light of the moon. Froggy put down his small guitar. The song still wasn't quite right. But then he saw a shy little bug not adding her song to the night. What's wrong? He said. Why are you so quiet? Please join our nighttime ditty. Not me, said the bug. I'm far too small, and my voice just isn't pretty. My friend, said Frog, your song's unique and important like all the rest. Even small voices count, so let's hear yours. Only you sing your song best. So the bug sang out her very own song, and her small voice carried far. She bizzed and she buzzed to the beat of the swamp, and she lit up the night like a star. So the birds sang coo, and the noise just grew. The fish sang ooh in the pond below. The mice sang la to the brightest star. The crocodile hummed and beat his drum, while the little frog sang his tune. As the song spread all through the swamp, each voice blended in with the rest. Now everyone knew that the song of the swamp needed everyone's voice to sound best. Together the animals, plants, and the moon, the earth, the pond, and the shining stars too, they all sang together their wonderful tune in the swamp by the light of the moon. In the swamp by the light of the moon.
I'm so glad you were able to read that story with us. What was something that was surprising to you about the story? Do you think that it's important for everyone to work together? This book showed us that when everyone is included, we can create something beautiful. What instruments did you see in this story? I saw a frog with his guitar, a crocodile with a drum, many animals with beautiful singing voices, and all together they were able to create a wonderful song. Next, we're going to learn a little bit more about fireflies and then create our own firefly activity.
How do fireflies glow? Using a magic wand. Nah. Huh? Fireflies glow because they produce light by a biochemical reaction. Oh. In the lower abdomen of fireflies, there's a chemical called luciferin and an enzyme called luciferase. When oxygen enters into their lower abdomen through tracheal tubes, it basically reacts with luciferin in the presence of luciferase. This reaction produces light. This production and emission of light by a living organism is called bioluminescence. Bioluminescence is a cold light. This means the light produced generates very less heat, thus preventing the firefly's abdomen from getting overheated. Yeah, dude, it's not hot. However, one more interesting fact is that not only adult fireflies, but also their eggs and larvae are bioluminescent. Wow, they look so stunning.
Now that we've read a story that features a firefly as one of the characters and learned a little bit about why they glow, we are going to complete our activity finger painting fireflies. First, you'll need to collect your supplies. You will need a mason jar printed sheet, glow-in-the-dark paint, only a small amount, and a marker or a crayon. Once you have all of these items, we can start our project. Step 1. Use your finger to paint fireflies inside and outside of the jar. Make as many or as few as you would like. You might notice that the paint looks clear, and that's okay. The color won't really show until after dark. Step 2. After the paint dries, use a crayon or marker to draw wings for your fireflies. Step 3. When the sun goes down, check your fireflies to see them glow. Here are the steps again, so you can take your time while finger painting your fireflies. I hope you enjoyed reading the story and learning a little bit about why they glow.